evening, friends and neighbors. It's Stuart Payne from Read 20 and the Readmobile. It's time for another story. Today we're going to look at another Skippyjon Jones story. This one is called Class Action, starring this great little Siamese cat who pretends to be a chihuahua. Let's jump right in. It's Class Action. Anybody missing their classes? Here we go. Skippyjon Jones was just dying to go to school. And nobody, not even his mama, was going to stop him. But she did, by the scruff of his neck. "School is for the dogs," stated Mama Junebug Jones emphatically. "They're unruly and drooly," she added dramatically. "Just listen to that barking. Those hounds sound ferocious. Plus, a bus full of dog breath would smell so atrocious. Good golly, Pop Lolly, it's such a no-brainer. If there's a good dog, it's because of its trainer." It's true. His mama gently nudged her nugget into his room, and then she added, "You're Skippyjon Jones, a smart Siamese cat, and take a look in the mirror if you don't believe that." And then his sister says, "Well, you know, he looks in the mirror every day." His sisters are Jezebel, Jillyboo, and Jujubee. "But all he sees are chihuahuas." And Jujubee says, "Arf, arf." After his family left him to think, the chihuahua did exactly what his mama suggested, but not before he bounced around his room with some books. And he started singing this song. "Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones and I don't get the fuss. It's not like a pigeon is driving the bus." And then he climbed up his sister's kitty condo ladder for a little peekaboo in the mirror. And when he saw himself, he went, "Holy Julio! How many chihuahuas am I?" He wondered out loud. And then he took a deep breath, and using his very best Spanish accent, he answered his own question. "As many as your head can handle, hombre." Yes, hombre. That's the Spanish word for a dude. "And quicker than you can say." The Cat in the Hat never did that. Well, the kitty boy tossed his mask and his cape and a bright yellow banana into his mochila. That would be his backpack. Then as he buttoned up his red plaid shirt, he began to sing in a muy soft voice. "Oh, my name is Skippito Frisquito. I'm off to the school for perritos, 'cause I've got a good hunch that I'm gonna have lunch with a grande old bunch of puchitos." Just across the hall, Mama Junebug Jones and the girls were doing a little homework of their own. Mama says, "Listen here, you messy missies. How are you supposed to clean your kitty condo without your ladder?" And they said, "But Skippyjon has it." "What for?" Mama asked. "Well, he wants to see the chihuahua in the mirror." But the chihuahua, however, was already in his closet, boarding a bus for school. Okay, so here we go. Into the closet on another imaginary adventure. But the kitty boy was not the only chihuahua on board the bus. His old amigos, los chimichangos, they were going to school too. And then Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones, he says, "Thank dog you made it, dude." And little Paquito Tito says, "See, Skippito, we need your help with El Bolito." He goes, "Oh, without a doubt, Ito. But why do you need my help with the bully?" And Don Diego says, "Because the bully, he is a perro mezquino who barrenas around the escuela in a tazalita." What? He spins around the school in a tiny teacup? Yes, he does. And Don Diego says, "See, dude, he growls and howls and wears a suerte de lana también." "Oh, not a wool sweater," said Skippito. "Uh-huh," said Paquito Tito. "Yeah, he's a woolly bully." Yeah, he's a woolly bully. There was not a dog worth his biscuits who didn't fear the woolly bully. So it wasn't a surprise when a potent puff of panic poofed out of the gatito's tail. And all that puffiness inspired the puchitos to sing. Oh, puffy, puffu, puffito, we know you can do it, Skippyjon. Let's unravel his sweater and knit something better. We'll show that old woolly bolito. But there was no turning back now because the doggies had arrived at school. A moment later, the principal, a poodle with very high standards, appeared with a bucket of balls and a whistle. First she blew, and then she threw. Go fetch, barked Mrs. Megalot. Then every dog, big and small, chased a ball down the hall and into their classrooms, all except for Skippyjon. You see, he got carried along by a river of rovers. A river of rovers. They landed in art class, where Skippy drew his best ever double doggy doodle. And the teacher, Mrs. Houndler, says, "Oh, I've never seen a pup do that before." Here's the Mona Fleasa. Here's the famous painting, The Howl. Ow! Then he trotted over to the music room and bayed like a beagle for the canine chorus. "Bow wow," woofed Mr. Muzzletuff. "What a pair of ears!" After music came math, where Skippy stunned Mrs. McDrooler with his counting skills. 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, he said. At the sound of the bell, all the amigos followed their noses into the library, where not even a bowl full of frijoles smelled as delicious as the scent of books waiting to be read. "I lick libros," declared El Skippito Frisquito, the great readerito. "I like books too," whispered Leonora Lapsitter, the librarian, from behind the bookcase. The kitty boy was the last to leave the library, so he had to race right over to French class with Monsieur Fusée. Can you say cheese?" asked the teacher. "Oui, oui," said the poodles. "Fromage!" And Skippy says, Si, queso! "Queso cabeza!" shouted the chimichangos from the back of the room. He says, "I'm not a cheesehead, chimichangos. I'm a chihuahua." Well, the poodles were tickled pink to have Los Puchitos in class with them, and Los Puchitos wanted to share what they had learned with their amigo. So the puppies sang, "Como si, como sa, comecito. We have something to tell you, Skippyjon. When the poodles say oui, they really mean si. So don't look for a red hydrantito." I'll let y'all parse that one out. After French class, Los Muchachos took a pass on obedience class, deciding instead to nap inside the warm case with the golden trofeos. It's a trophy case. "Oh, I'm not good at following rules," confessed the kitty boy. "What dog is, dude?" quipped Don Diego. But just then the gatito heard a gut-gurgling growl that shook the entire escuela. Perhaps the whole planeta. "Holy heartburn!" hollered Skippyjon. "Was that my tummy?" "No, that was the bellow of the woolly bolito," said Poquito Tito with a shiverito. Then the gruesome grumble grew louder. And along with it came the rattle and the plink of the terrible tazalita. Yeah, the teacup was spinning wildly right under his nose, circling like a polka-dotted shark. "Andale," declared Don Diego. "Get out your duds, dude!" But Skippyjon was too frozen with fear to unpack his mochila, so his amigos did it for him, helping to change their chico into El Skippito Frisquito, complete with mask, cape, and banana. And Pintolito says, "Why the platano, dude?" "Oh, what a banana, it is my snackito," replied the gatito. Well, will you share it with me and Tito? Oh, yes, indeedo, agreed Skippyjo. And then, woof chaka-laka-laka, woof chaka-laka-laka, woof chaka-laka-laka, woof. Every doggie leaped out of the trophy case and latched onto the turbocharged Taza. This caused the cup to spin wildly out of control, with some of the chicos just barely hanging on by a tail. Ah, oh, estoy mareado, said Skippyjo. Said, you're not just dizzy, dude, you're turning green, yipped the other doggies. Then the whirling dervish of a dog-filled teacup cut a mean path of destruction right past the principal's office, and it spun straight on into the lunch bunch like a bowling ball. Strikito! Shouted the puchitos. And strike it did, with a smash, crackle, and pop. The twirling Tazalita crashed right into a table and broke apart, exposing the ferocious Fuzzy for what he really was. A teeny tiny itsy bitsy wool wearing teacup chihuahua. Dude, said Skippyjo, why you're no bigger than a bug-ito. But the bug-ito's only reply was a gut gurgling growl, greater than the hounds had ever heard before. Was that your tummy? Asked Skippyjo. Sí, replied the bolito. Tengo mucho hambre. Yeah, I'm hungry too, agreed the gatito. But here, you can have my platano. Offered him his banana. And that act of kindness made the chimichangos pull out their jump rope right in the middle of class, and then all together. Peanut butter, belly buttons, chunky cherry pits. The woolly bully's Taza has broken into bits. Wiggle waggle, jelly on the toast. He's not a woolly bully, he's just hungrier than most. Just then, Mrs. Begalot stomped into the lunchroom. I smell a cat, she bellowed, and that cat better scat. And then out came the whistle, and first she blew, and then she threw a bright yellow ball down the hall, which every dog, big and small, began to chase. All except for Skippyjo, because he wasn't chasing the ball. He was running for his life. First Skippy tripped, and then he slipped on a banana peel and slid straight out of his closet and back into the arms of his mama, Junebug Jones. What in the woolly white willies have you been up to, Mr. Whistle Whiskers? Asked his mama. He broke my teacup, whined Jillyboo. And he ate my banana, complained Jezebel. Oh, that's because he went to school with chihuahuas, explained Jujubee. Later that night, when he was supposed to be going to bed, and after every Fuzzy had fallen asleep, the kitty boy was good for one last bounce. And of course he sang this song. Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones, and I couldn't say it better. A dog is not a bully just because he wears a sweater. And then he bounced over to his mama and gave her a beso. Yes, a kiss that she felt straight through the layers of her quilt. She said, good night, little dipper. And then he said, good night, mama. The end. All right, there we have it. Another adventure, an imaginary adventure with Skippyjon Jones and all of Los Chimichangos. I hope you enjoyed our story today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to play you out with some keyboard music here.